Okay, we're going live in 5,
What?
4, 3.
Yes.
Anime. I was like,
Welcome back. We're here. It's happening. It's all coming together. That's right. You're listening to the Afterschool Anime Club, Season 2, Episode 1.
It's a new
Back
semester.
in the saddle. It's a new semester. We got all new classes lined up, except for the 2 classes that are coming back from the previous season.
Yeah, it's the 200 level.
Okay.
Am I in the
Okay.
right class?
I don't know. Are you?
I think you're in the right class, but
We did leave the door open.
I just wandered in. I'm lost.
This is actually good timing.
Yeah, perfect.
we're just about to introduce ourselves. I'm your host and chapter co-president of the Anime Club, Max Newland. Living up to his father's dream of helping people, it's Max Kostrak.
I'm filled with so much anime energy right now.
And she has a separate stomach just for cake and ice cream. It's Stevie Mattos.
You know me so well, Newland. I love that line so much.
And you've already heard their voice. They're a game designer, a podcaster. They're one of the head honchos over at the Moonshot Network. It's Riley Hopkins.
That's me. Hi, hello.
I got just 2 words for you all. What's up, you meme-loving fucks?
Woo! That's more than 2 words, but it's, oh my God, it's so great to be back.
It is
We're
so
back.
nice to be back in the anime club room to talk about anime and memes and robots.
Absolutely. I mean, I
Cowboys.
don't want to like, can I talk about other people on the internet on here? Am I allowed?
Oh my God, are you about to call somebody out?
Like
live on
low
our
key,
podcast?
but not in a bad way. Like low key, not in a bad way. So like, okay, so like, just to, I was just so hyped. I've been so hyped about this like all week since like last week because like in our Discord, Newland, you were like, hey, y'all want to do a podcast sometime soon? And I was like, baby, I thought you'd never ask. And we all like popped off. And I took a screenshot of that.
Yeah, I almost crashed my car trying to respond.
I took a screenshot and
was
I
like,
put it on my
"Oh,
Instagram
shit."
story. I put it on my Instagram story and Black Anime Podcast, like Black Anime Pods, they messaged me
Shout out to
directly.
Black Anime Podcast.
Yeah, like shout out. See, this is a good shout out. See, I wasn't on my chicken head of shit. You know better. It's the first rule. No chicken head of shit. So
That's true.
I put it on my Instagram story and they responded in all caps. It was like, this is the best news I've got all day. I was like, yes.
Well, hey, listen. They're going to be eaten because I'm dropping everything that we record over the month of December. I'm dropping it all in one day
Oh my God.
in January.
Oh my
So
God.
You're going to feast. my
World
friends.
Anime Day.
Happy. Is that a real day? What's World Anime Day?
It probably,
Control
honest to God, it
C,
probably is.
Is it-
I don't know.
Anime
Is it
Day.
real? Go, Riley. Go.
It is the day after my birthday, April 15th, National Anime Day.
I love that. Wait, isn't that also tax day?
Celebrate anime and yeah.
Yeah, that's also
And then
tax
wait
day.
5 days and toke up.
Yeah, real as fuck. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, I love that. Mark your calendars. Let's do something cool.
I know we've all missed podcasting.
So much.
Me the most.
There's something that I've really missed,
Oh
no.
boy.
which is playing a little game with you all.
It's been so long since we recorded, I completely forgot the format of the podcast.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, don't
Okay, so-
diddle me,
Drunk
Newland.
trick.
Oh.
So this requires a little bit of runway. I'm gonna try and keep it brief. Number 1, I've decided that the game doesn't always have to relate to the show that we're watching, so long as it relates to 90s anime in general.
We love it.
This is season 2. We're mixing it up.
Hell yeah.
Season 2, we're making new decisions. Number 2, this game, I did not develop this. This is a shout out to a show that was one of the inspirations for this podcast. A show called Channel F that ran on a podcast network that has since been shuttered. Rest in peace.
Rip.
They played games on that show. They gave me the idea to put games in a podcast, and this is one of their games. I'm doing it as a tribute because that show no longer exists. Unfortunately.
Oh.
Doing a little salute.
Yeah. Absolutely.
As a little salute, we're going to play a game called Oh God, Who's That Pokemon?
No.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm gonna be a single woman after this.
One of the things everybody loves about Pokemon is that the Pokédex has either outright lies or the facts, like things that are extremely troubling about Pokemon. So, I asked you all what generation of Pokemon you're most comprehensively familiar with, and we're kind of all over the place, but Generation 1 is strong.
Yeah.
We have strong knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have collected some Pokédex entries.
Oh boy.
And I need you to tell me what Pokemon I'm reading the entry for. That's it.
Okay.
That's the whole game.
Easy. Is this? Remind me. Is this a buzz-in situation or is this a cooperative?
Yes.
Oh shit.
So what you all will do is
yeah, I gotta get my shit
get your
together.
keyboard ready. Type in the word buzz or whatever message you want to display.
Okay.
And when you are ready, when you know what the answer is, hit enter. And I will look at, I'll pick whoever came first.
Okay. I'm either gonna be a single woman after this, or I'm gonna be ultra married. He's also good at Pokemon, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
There you
Yo,
go.
how? He's a clown
You can't
and he's
disappoint.
good
You
at
gotta live up.
he's a clown and he's good at Pokemon.
There's a lot on the line for you.
I can't win, man. I'm gonna be single
Don't
for
fuck
forever.
this up.
I'm gonna fuck it up, Riley. I'm gonna fuck it up.
Riley, you're the special guest. I would like you to pick a number between 1 and 10 for me, please.
You know that number is 7.
Okay. So here is your first Pokédex entry. It will never forgive opponents who have angered it, even after it has beaten them down until they can't move. That's Mr. Kostrak buzzed in.
Is that one Jigglypuff?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not Jiggly.
Really?
just a guess.
Riley, you buzzed in as well. Do you have an answer at this time? I can continue reading.
Is that Mankey?
We'll give it to you. It's Primeape.
Oh.
But we'll give it to you. It's in the same family.
Nice,
And
nice.
I did not pick any like
Nice.
Mankey and Primeape. I didn't do any of that.
Okay.
I just went with one line.
Okay, so
okay.
Okay, so that's
I was just kind of hoping it was Jigglypuff.
Well, based on the cartoon, based on the anime,
Yeah,
yes.
I was thinking the anime.
Yeah, based on the anime, yeah.
Here's the other sentence that I didn't get to read, which is the blood vessels in its brain are sturdier than those of other Pokemon, so it can stay healthy despite its constant raging.
I love you, Primeape. I love you, Primeape.
So good.
So don't worry about Primeape.
Best thing about Primeape is in the new games, it did get so mad that it did die and its ghost.
Yes.
What?
I have one. He's great. And I
Okay.
named him Crime Ape. And it's one of those ones that has a title because your Pokemon can have titles now. So every time I throw the ball, it says, "Go, Crime Ape, the reliable partner."
Hi, wait, you told me Pokemon can get titles? Why hasn't anyone
Yeah.
pitched that? I can send my
Yeah.
Pokemon to law school?
We gotta move on. We gotta move on. We can't help down on that.
Oh, God.
Here's the next one. Despite the closeness between this Pokemon and farmers or other people, no one has ever seen the parts of it concealed underground. That was Stevie this time.
Is it Dugtrio or Diglett?
It is Dugtrio. Yes, you got it.
That's my favorite one.
Nobody knows what's going on down there.
No.
And we all just have to accept that.
That's not true. I have a picture from the
Is
anime.
it of a very strong body?
No, it's just a potato. It's just a fucking tuber.
Yeah, I was like, aren't they just tubes?
It
Don't
just
they
ends
go?
the same way as it begins.
Yeah,
Is there
no.
another face down there on the other end of it?
No,
No.
I'm gonna find this picture. I'm gonna waste my time that I could be using to fucking look this shit up. And
While you're doing that, we're moving on. So also get your buzzer ready.
So ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Let's see.
yell buzz.
Even your home isn't safe. This Pokemon
What?
Pokemon will lurk in whatever dark corner of a room it can find. And that is Riley, did you mean to buzz in or did you just
No, I meant to buzz in.
Oh.
Okay, what is your answer?
Is that a Gengar?
That's Gengar.
There we go.
Oh. That's so creepy.
Listener, I did buzz in with the picture of the tuber Diglett.
Tuber
It's
Diglett.
incredible.
It is really great.
Tuber Diglett.
Just a wall of fingers.
Let's see. So that's 2 for Riley, 1 for Stevie
Okay.
at the moment. That's our scores. Everybody get ready for the next one.
Okay.
It can be spotted near recreational facilities, intending to eat the pleasant dreams of children who enjoyed themselves there that day. That was Mr. Kostrak.
Is that drowsy or its evolution? What's its evolution?
I don't think it has an evolution. I think those are two different guys.
No,
Yeah, it does.
it's called Hypno. It's a very
Hypno.
strange little
Hypno.
yellow man.
Yeah.
Are
that's
those
right.
two different dudes?
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's correct. Also, So
Aw,
yeah,
Hypno.
it's
The
drowsy.
tapir. He's a tapir.
Oh, I thought Hypno and Drowsy were two different guys.
Yeah.
No, Drowsy becomes the Hypno, and he gets
Oh.
to be taller.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm happy for it.
Good for
I just
him.
want to finish this one up real quickly. It can tell what people are dreaming by sniffing with its big nose. It loves fun dreams.
Yeah. I like one thing I do like about the actual Hypno one. Fun fact: it's actually based off of the real life animal a tapir, and in some cultures, that animal is known to actually do that, like eat bad dreams. That's why, like, if you play Animal Crossing, to go to the dream world, the woman who helps you, her name is Luna. She's also a tapir.
That's really cool.
Yes. But Tom Nook is a Tanuki, and he's got real big balls. That's
Yep,
more important.
That's canon.
All day. That's canon.
That's what he's hiding.
Hell yeah.
He got the Maroon.
Okay,
and
so
that's how
Kostra-
Timmy and Tommy came out.
All right, Kostrak's on the board. It's 1-1-2. Kostrak, Stevie, Riley. Next one's coming at you hot. So get ready.
I'm ready.
It loves the blood of humans and Pokemon. It. Wow. That was Stevie.
Zubat?
You got it. That was actually, it was Golbat, but yes, it's the same family, and Zubat also has an entry about how much it loves to suck and drink blood.
Yes.
That's messed up. We don't think or talk about that enough, but Pokemon are dangerous and they can kill you.
They
Yeah.
can kill you.
They
and
really
harm you and
can.
maim you.
And there are ones specifically that will kill people on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
For fun.
Like you're prey to that
Yeah.
creature.
Absolutely.
And we don't
It's crazy.
it doesn't come up a lot in the games.
Because you
Yeah.
can't just throw a little ball, and if you got a quick ball, then boom, it's okay. You're not going to get killed. That guy's yours.
That's
now.
true, yeah. And there is like another scary monster between you and it. But what if
Right.
you're not paying attention? I mean,
Well, I mean, like, I think about, like, how big, like, things like Gyarados like would technically be to, like, scale. Like, they're enormous. And they're also just sea serpents. Like,
Mhm.
And also,
no.
Charizard's 4 feet tall.
You're kidding.
And I don't think there is any
That's
single
it?
Pokemon
That's
that is
it.
the size that I think it should be.
Wait,
They're all
Charizard's
fucked up.
only 4
That's-
feet tall?
so
Charizard's
How big is-
4 feet
How big
tall.
is Charmander, then?
I can't believe I would be taller than a Charizard. That's not right.
You're right. You're trying to tell me that I could, like, punch Charizard in the nose?
You could defeat Charizard with a bear hug.
He's got
Yeah.
wings as wide as he is. Like, he's
So,
a
yeah, well-
square if he's at full stance.
Like, okay.
I got
That's insane.
more.
Hit me.
I got more.
Let's go.
Ready.
So
Let's
everybody
go.
get ready.
Let's go.
Okay. This one's dark, all right?
Mhm.
This Pokemon slices its prey apart and sucks out the fluids.
Oh.
That was Stevie again?
No.
It looks like, or was that?
Was
No, that was Riley.
Mhm.
That was Riley.
Slices them apart and sucks out the fluids. Is that Scyther?
It's not Scyther.
I knew it was wrong.
Good guess. Good guess. That's where I would have gone from slices.
Who
I will
else
continue.
cuts him up?
The discarded body parts become food for
Oh,
other Pokemon. Riley, I don't think you can buzz in again. Riley.
I know, it's worth a try.
This is a one buzz
Uh,
household.
I'm going to continue.
Okay.
This is the sentence that may give it away. So, it is thought that this Pokemon came onto land because its prey adapted to life
I
on
know
land.
what it is. I know what it is.
Thought that it came on to land.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is.
You can't. This is just
buzz.
Wait. Hold on. Can I hear that last line
buzz.
again?
No, let's just sit here, Stevie. We got all the time in the world.
I don't know.
Buzz.
I mean, fine. I don't know. I have no idea. Came on to.
I'm gonna give it up, Riley. If you could
Kabutops.
take it.
Wait. Oh, did you say it? You might have said it.
No.
Did you?
If you didn't.
Did you hear it, Stevie?
No.
Okay, what is it? What is your guess? What is your guess?
I was gonna say. like Starmie or Staryu? No.
Unfortunately, Riley got it.
Yes.
From the back seat of the car.
What is it? I also
Gyarados?
did not hear it.
It's Kabutops.
Oh, I completely forgot that Pokemon existed.
Which people think is a prehistoric Scyther.
Yeah, I was obsessed with
He
Kabutops.
is.
I thought it was the coolest Pokemon ever.
So are we saying that Kabutops is a
I
fucking
was not
horseshoe
gonna get
crab?
that, so
Wait,
Yeah,
it is, isn't it? Because it's the evolution of Kabuto.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Who's a horseshoe
and
crab?
Kabuto was like a horseshoe crab.
Oh,
Yep.
God, fuck. Oh. Cock. God damn
You
it.
know what's funny? They did this again in Pokemon Sun and Moon. They did a shitty little isopod that evolves into a big giant bug man.
I love that.
what's up with that?
What's its name?
That would be Wimpod and Golisopod.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I love
that
Golisopod. I
I love those guys. They're
Golisopod.
fun.
Hey, remember that time I asked you if you could find me a Pokemon that looked like a cat made out of boulders? Anyway.
I do remember this. That was very strange for me.
That was so tough.
It
That
was strange.
A really weird 2 days where every hour or so I'd be like, a cat made out of boulders. It's not onyx.
It was strange for everyone involved. Everyone
Is it
involved.
Steelix?
No, my friend saw a decal of Mew and Mewtwo on the side of a car while it was moving, and she thought it was a cat made out of boulders, and she knows jack shit about Pokemon.
Oh my god.
You
dude.
too was the answer.
Mewtwo was the answer.
I'm going to do one more.
Okay.
Okay, one more.
I'm gonna,
Let's go, let's
one
go.
more, and that's the end of the game.
Okay.
Okay.
The score, it's 1-2-3, Kostrak, Stevie, Riley. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Let's see. Which one do I want to spring on you? I collected quite a lot, knowing that I wouldn't get to every single one.
I love it.
Okay. This Pokemon's mouth is slender, but its suction power is strong. In an instant, it can...
What?
That was Riley.
Suction power is strong.
I
Mouth
hate-
is.
Didn't even want to hear what it can do in an instant.
I don't want to.
I want to be clear. I did not care about what it could do in an instant. I have a deep feeling. I believe I know what it is.
Okay.
Is it? This is not me vamping for time and thinking. Is it? Fucking the one in between Victory Bell and Bellsprout.
So you're guessing it's the Bellsprout line.
It's the yeah.
That's incorrect. Stevie, you also buzzed in?
Is it Snorlax?
It's not Snorlax.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got a round mouth. He's got
Let me
round
let me
mouth.
finish.
He does have round
Let
mouth.
me
Okay,
hear
finish.
one more
Yeah.
This is the second sentence. In
Okay.
an instant, this Pokemon can suck in food that's larger than the opening of its mouth.
That's
Kirby.
That's right, it's Kirby. No, it's not. It's not Kirby.
Bring it home, everybody.
Kostrak, do you have a guess? Because if you don't, then I'll start circling back to the
I'm
other
guessing Kirby.
two. Okay.
No. Oh.
What Pokemon got thin mouths? What Pokemon in
Okay.
the original
What
150?
Pokemon got a little mouth?
They have
It's-
little tiny.
I'm
little
gonna give you.
mouths.
Yeah.
I'm
Give
gonna
me
give
another
you one
hint. Give me another hint.
I'm going to give you one hint.
Give me another hint.
We are talking about a water type.
Water type thin mouth Gen 1. Water type
Suck.
thin mouth
Su-
Gen 1 suck.
Big suck,
Don't
big
say.
sippy.
Big large suck. Gen
Okay,
1.
so Stevie buzzed in once more.
Oh God, I've already said Starmie and Staryu, but I don't think that's the move. It's oh no, is it the oh shit. It's I'm just gonna guess so I can move on. It's not Goldeen, but I'm gonna say Goldeen, but I know that's wrong.
That's not Goldeen.
know
You're
that.
thinking in the right general area.
Yeah, it's not
Not
Goldeen, but it
which
is
means
Goldeen.
not
It's not
Seaking.
Our
It's
dear
definitely
friend
not-
Misty used this Pokemon in the anime.
what?
Misty used it. So that's Riley there?
Is Misty had a Staryu. I don't think it's Staryu. It's
No.
It's not Staryu.
It's not
Misty
Staryu.
It's
had
not
a
Staryu.
Psyduck. Misty had a Togepi. Did Misty have a Tentacool?
Man, you guys are killing me here.
I'm just gonna start
no,
yelling out water Pokemon. Is it
No.
Lapras?
Is it Squirtle?
No, Ash had a Lapras.
Oh my god. Folks,
I'm
it was
dying.
Horsey.
It's Horsey.
Folks, we're done. It was Horsey.
I forgot.
Oh, it does have a
Morrissey.
weird little vacuum cleaner mouth.
That was very disappointing.
That little
I didn't know
fuck.
he sucked up stuff.
That was.
Well, 'cause seahorses. Do seahorses actually suck stuff up?
You know, I thought so much of my Gen 1 knowledge would last this long, but you know, I really haven't gone back to study.
Look, I didn't know
No.
water Pokemon. I've always been a grass Pokemon bitch. I've always, all day, grass Pokemon all day. Okay, what did I start with? I started with my starter was fucking Bulbasaur. Yeah, no, I've been a grass girl since day
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I'm a flying and fighting individual.
Yeah,
Those are
no.
my vibes.
Ghosts.
Your girl loves grass all day. Literally and figuratively, she loves grass.
Oh, like weed.
Like
weed. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
What are
the
we here
winner
to
of
talk
this
about
episode.
today?
I don't know anymore.
We're here to talk
I'm
about
forgetting.
Rowlet, the best boy.
You're
The
right.
winner of today's. I want to congratulate Riley Hopkins for being the first winner of season 2.
Good job, Riley.
Congratulations!
Oh
I'm
my God.
Hey.
Thank you.
I'm doing the Super Smash Brothers character in the background clap.
I'm so proud of you.
I did it.
Whoa.
I did it.
Proud of you.
I have
Good
my
job.
title. I'd like to thank the Academy and doing the Pokemon podcast that familiarized me with all the Pokedex entries.
Amazing. Amazing.
Walking Pokedex.
Yo,
Let me,
For real.
Let me be on the record saying I don't like Pokemon games that much. Thank you. Next.
I don't
Get
either.
those little critters out of here, because
Get those
until we
babies.
get to a point where we're trying to review Pokemon on this show, we have other business to attend to
Absolutely.
at this present moment, which is very, very important.
Yeah.
Because we watched 2 more episodes of a show that is becoming one of my favorites.
It's so good.
That's Trigun.
Hell yeah.
It's really
Ping pong.
good.
The show fucking rules, guys.
God.
I'm so into it.
It's so good. I love it so much.
It's a great fucking show. For a while,
Hell yeah.
I love it so much.
Would you like a reminder about what happened?
I absolutely do, even because I
Oh,
was
yeah,
not sober
let's hear
watching it. Let's go.
Okay. So we watched Trigun 7 and 8, and this is what happened. Episode 7, Brilliant Dynamite Neon. Vash departs on the big train from the last episode, remember that part? And Meryl and Millie take jobs on board to keep an eye on him. On board, Vash befriends a young stowaway who sells him a fake sob story and then subsequently poisons him. It turns out this kid's in cahoots with the leader of the Bad Lads, Brilliant Dynamite's Neon. That's his real name.
I love that.
Neon and the kid round up all the passengers and review the loot. The train's big safe, though, can only be opened via head-on collision with some big rocks. After killing the train's driver, Brilliant Dynamite's Neon calls upon the stowaway to prove his loyalty by taking the driver's seat. The kid refuses to help destroy a ship that was built by his father, Twist! And before Neon can kill him, Vash intervenes and they both escape. That's it for episode 7. And episode 8, And Between the Wasteland and the Sky, opens at 88 miles per hour, 10 minutes before the crash. But this is anime, so you know it's going to be like really, really long.
Like
10 minutes.
22 minutes.
Yeah, like 22
Yeah,
minutes.
at least 22 minutes. Vash's new friend, who we learn is called Kite, fills him in on the situation. After a short motivational speech, Vash and Kite go on the offensive. Their plan almost gets derailed, though, get it, when Vash has to stop and provide some emergency first aid. To the bad guys? Huh. Despite a bad wound, Vash presses on while Kite works through some stuff about his dad. When it looks bad for Vash, Derringer, Meryl, and Stun Gun Millie doff their disguises.
What a name.
Vash and Neon agree to a duel for the fate of the ship, and Vash wins by scoring a hit on Neon even though it doesn't kill him. So, hooray! Oh, but the train is broken and it can't slow down. So, boo. Kite steps in and throws the inconveniently located emergency shut-off switch, suffering terrible burns in the process, and thanks to Mr. Nasty's selfless act of heroism, everyone is saved. At sunrise, Kite sings a song that Vash recognizes, the same song that she loved. And that's it.
I'm really glad we watched these 2 episodes. This nice little like 2-part single story.
Yeah.
Lovely little package, yes.
They really designed the fuck out of Brilliant Diamond Neon in their crew.
BDN,
So-
as
Just
we are
kept
going
going.
to call him,
BDN.
as is
So
the title of the episode.
the thing that I wrote was Neon Truck Pirates. Yes. Because I remember one of the last episodes we had where I don't know if it was on the actual podcast or before we actually started recording, but I got y'all to look up the subculture that was like the absolutely
Oh my
bedazzled
God, yes.
trucks.
Decatora.
Yes. Heck, yeah. Katora. And that's exactly what those
That's
guys
amazing.
That's
reminded
what
me
this guy
of.
drives. He
Yes.
drives.
That's him.
Yes.
A Decatora.
Absolutely
He has
Decatora.
a child's gun, like light up gun. It looks like, but it fires real
Absolutely.
bullets. And my favorite little thing he has, which is what appears to be an electronic lighter that he uses to light a sparkler cigarette.
Yes.
It's just
Mhm.
Make it
BDN.
make it fucking sparkly. Make it beautiful. I was like, you better be genderqueer as fuck. You better be masculine and want to have shit glitter. Let's go.
All I'm saying is that Brilliant Diamond isn't the only thing that BD stands for
Woo!
in his acronym here.
Mm-hmm.
Big
This is a
dick.
man who is the leader
you,
of a group
Stevie.
of.
Go.
Just in case anyone was confused, I want to be clear.
And, as it should be, this is a guy who's the leader of the, let me just check my notes. Bad Lads.
The bad lad
Did they
gang.
pick that name? There's no way they picked that name.
They are just bad lads who want berries and cream. Berries and cream.
Bad Lads. The thing is, Bad Lads
Bad
gang,
Lads.
it gets you into a false sense of security, right? You're like, I can take on the fucking Bad Lads gang. What, the fucking little British boys running up to me? Like, oi, sir, I'm gonna come get your dollars. No, you're not. I'm fine. And then they roll up, you're like, I'm fucking dead. I'm dead.
Absolutely. It just occurred
Yeah.
to me that it was probably a play on Badlands, but it didn't. It's
Oh, sure.
It
sure.
could be,
Yeah.
but it's funnier to make it seem like they are bad boys who want berries and cream. I'm going with option 2.
Same.
If you forgot about the stuff that happened because it's been so long since we watched Trigun, then you would be in the same position I was when this episode started.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't remember
was
he
like, wait,
saved
what?
the town and did some weird stuff, and
Oh, yes.
and now
Marilyn
there's
Millie
a
were
banner
there.
up thanking him.
Yeah. They
So,
photosynthesized the light bulb and then he won the game.
Yeah. There's important things that we haven't talked that I haven't been here for the group talking about. And one of them is all the sci-fi shit laying around, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Future ancient tech, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lost
including-
technology.
Including a piece of lost technology Vash carries, which appears to be some sort of spy communicator
Sort of James
radio
Bond
disguised
pen.
as a pen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked that. But I also liked how it was that's old technology, but they're using old ship pipes to communicate throughout the ship. And I'm like, what's old and what's
Right,
new? What
right.
determines old and new in this world? Or is that just a matter of convenience where they were like, the design is so flawless, we don't need to fix it, door
Right.
frames
It's
or whatever.
It's salvaged, but how much of it is salvaged, and what the fuck is it salvaged from?
Yeah, that's a thing that I wondered. But I liked that. I liked how he was like, here's a communicator, and he was like, this is old technology. I'm like, you're 6. What the fuck
is
do
an
you know?
This is an important thing that doesn't come up in the show at all, that has no extra kind of dialogue. Do you know what the world that this show takes place in is called? What the planet is called? Because everything is a
Oh,
planet.
man.
You know what I
Isn't
mean?
it called something like
It's
Bonanza
Gunsmoke.
or
It's
some
called
other-
Gunsmoke.
Really?
Planet is called Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke?
The planet Gunsmoke.
That's so cool.
Wow.
This show's so cool.
That's sick.
Trigun's pretty cool.
I love that.
Tight.
But we haven't met oh, well, no, I'm thinking of Tombstone, so it doesn't matter. But I was going to say, we haven't met a Doc Holliday, but that's Tombstone. But that's still Gunsmoke. That's so good. My mother would love it, but also hate it because there's so much cursing. Sorry, Mom.
So I have question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Vash say where he was going at any point, in the end of the last episode?
Nope.
Or,
I think he just leaves.
He just wants to get
Okay,
away from
so he's-
people, which is such a
He
mood.
wants to be left alone. He needs He needs
Literally.
his introvert time.
Yeah,
Social
pretty
battery
much.
empty.
Yeah, pretty much. No, he's like, I'm just ready to be. All those people were just peopling. 2 people for my people. I can't people anymore. Is essentially what he was about.
Now, there is one person who's very important to him who we haven't really seen anything about until this episode, and in fact, we don't really learn anything about her.
Yeah.
Other
We
than
get a name, don't we?
Yeah. I'm very
Rem.
excited to learn more about Rem.
And Rem is someone who was clearly very important to Vash at
Yes.
some point.
Mm-hmm.
We see a flashback while he's knocked out from poison. He has a dream about Rem, and then the song at the end of the episode is one that Rem used to sing.
Yes.
So this is a pretty good episode from the perspective of like Vash lore. There's even a moment where he's like, "Yeah, I'll tell you my whole deal, but actually we're too busy right now."
Right.
So-
Like I didn't realize it's been so long since I've seen the series from front to back, and I was like, oh, this is when we get Rem? Awesome. Like, because we kind of got like the littlest of hints that he had a life before his life now that we're meeting him at when we saw the last July.
Oh, right.
Because he
He
talks
has
about
referenced
that.
her.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
referenced her. We just haven't seen her yet, which is what's really exciting, that we get to see her. But now, so what we now know is that there is a person, but I'm excited for us to learn where in this person's life, like where in Vash's life does Rem show up? We don't know that yet,
How do they
but
fit
I really,
together?
yeah, I'm looking forward
We
to
gotta
that
get
revelation.
that flashback.
We got to get another one besides the song,
And
which I love.
I think even more important information about her that we learn is what Vash says to Kite
Mm-hmm.
as he's like trying to stanch the bleeding on the bad lads. He says, "If I put out even one flame of life, it would make her sad."
Yeah,
Mm,
Clearly
yeah,
very important.
yeah.
yes.
And it's like it's clearly talking
Vash.
about her. I'm very excited about this. I just want to thank you again, Newland, for knowing that my favorite line.
Oh, who, me?
Yeah, my favorite line between both episodes was "drunk Meryl,"
Oh my god. Or drunk Millie, like on
drunk
the table.
Millie rather.
That
Drunk
was
Millie.
great.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, that
unique
was
and eat
brilliant.
anything
I
I want to.
I love Millie so much.
She's so good.
Yeah,
Millie's the best.
both of them, I feel like in these episodes, they didn't get enough screen time, but they really made good use of that which they did. The
Yes.
drunk Millie, the nickname, you called them out earlier, Max, but
Derringer Meryl.
and Stun Gun Millie.
Mhm.
It was
Very
cool to
good.
see her stun gun
That's
in
cool.
action though, because we've just kind of seen her brandish it, and it looks like a big scary Gatling gun, and then she actually just
I
like
feel like I've
Heisman 2 guys out of frame with it. It was so good.
I feel like I've seen her use it more as a melee weapon than
Yes.
as an actual firearm
What
at this point.
100%.
That's
It's
beautiful.
so good.
That's utility.
Kind of a gun
wanna
blade
call-
if you think about it.
Gun mallet.
I want to call attention to something that stood out to me that's really stupid.
What?
Yep.
Was one of the henchmen in the Bad Lads named Baramy?
Yeah, no, that's Baramy.
Yes.
That's my boy Baramy right there.
Like Jeremy Baramy.
Yeah. Got referenced twice. They used his name in both episodes 7 and 8.
I'm putting my arm around you to explain to you the favorite thing in the world that Trigun does, where it just takes a normal name and then goes new letter and then just rolls with it.
That's how you make new names.
Yeah.
What
Jonathan,
I wrote in my
That-
notes was I now know that Baramy is a name Newland will use in Elden Ring.
Oh, 100%.
You can have
Yeah.
Baramy, you can have Beffrey, you can have Beth, you can have Jeff.
I
There are
just
so
think of the
many
one
options.
time he was streaming Elden Ring and they were playing as what was it,
What was
Fronathan?
that?
Was it Fronathan you were
Jonathan,
playing?
yeah. Well, that's how I like to do that also, yeah.
And I said Baramy. I was like, oh, this has Newland written all over it. I just
Ain't nothing better than 90s anime names, man. You ain't gonna get better than that.
We're
City
here
names
for
just named July. Sure, dude.
I love it.
Let's
Well,
go.
I mean, so not only did we get July, city names named July, but when we were watching Outlaw Star, one of my favorites was what was it? Like I think the planet or the city or no. The space dock was called like New West Virginia or something.
Let's fucking go.
That's right.
And,
Yeah.
and as an Appalachian woman, I was like, so like 2,000 years into the future, the thing that survives is West Virginia? Okay.
And you know what I just thought about? The city that they're leaving from this episode is called Inepril, which is
in
like
April.
kind of like April.
Just a
Yeah.
fucked up, yeah.
In April.
What if April got fucked
Well,
up?
I wonder then, and this is just like a fun little thing, maybe the internet will bless me with this answer, but then I wonder if all of this, I mean, most things, right, you get so deep into anime or whatever, everything's got a meaning, but I wonder if all of that matters. Like, is he, like, if we charted the towns he went to and had the names, and if they were months, are they going forwards or backwards in time, you know? I wonder.
That
What's this
is a
town's
fascinating
zodiac?
I have determined that that Vash's Stampede is in fact a Taurus. I don't give a fuck what the internet says. That bitch is a Taurus. The way that
He's
was
definitely
like,
a raging bull.
I mean that, but he was also just like, I'm not supposed to be this poor and in danger all of the time. It was like, oh, rich boy, are we so sad? Are we not privileged? Oh dear, such a Taurus.
This
You need to be
is
pampered
where
all the time.
we really begin to get into the parts of Vash that drive me up a fucking wall, which is mainly the, like, I can't kill nobody. I'd be so sad. And it's like, I have issues with Vash that grow over time because I like this concept a lot. I think it's really sick. I would love to learn more about it. And it's just, there's something about the depiction here that bothers me because I'm like, but they're like killing everybody on this train, man. Like they're like
They really
so
are.
bad.
Well, I think
This
about
episode has a high body count.
a high
Sometimes
body
you gotta
count.
kill the Joker.
Yeah.
Can we talk about okay, I just want to take a second on the subject of killing everybody left and right. Can we talk about how stupid Big Dick Johnson is over here? Whatever his name is. Big Dick Jan, baby.
Bear me,
whatever his
bear
name
me.
is. Thank you. Big Dick
Yeah,
Bear
that's
Me.
it. That's what it is.
Can we talk about how stupid he is? First and foremost, he shoots the only dude who can drive the car. He shoots
Great
the
move.
only dude. He shoots the only dude who can drive the car. And then later he's like, "Excuse me, could you please drive this off of a cliff for me so I can break open this safe?" And I was like, "Oh, so you really did make a pretty choice there, didn't you? Damn, you are a stupid bitch. You are just bright. You're not smart.
He's also
You're just bright."
really confident that this will break open the safe. This is like a 10-second plan.
But can we also talk about at the end of episode 8, we see how deep the canyon goes and we don't see the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah,
so
I
if
was
you
kind of
actually
like, all right,
succeeded,
what?
if you succeeded, you wouldn't be able to get to the safe anyhow. How the fuck would you get down there?
You gonna drive your car down there?
Right. Dumb bitch.
He never
So
looked like he was gonna
stupid.
leave.
Right.
It's like, safe cracked. I'm out of
Right.
here.
How are you gonna Swiss cheese the only person who can drive the bitch and then ask nicely? Like, how are you gonna do that?
He,
how are you
he
gonna
just
and then
he did it for the sparkles. That's all that matters to him.
he punches the captain in the face and is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm no longer the captain now. Would you like to be the captain, please, so you can drive this to your doom?" And I'm like, bitch, that's not how this works. You're so bad at this. You're terrible. He was terrible at this. I was like, that made me mad. That was the thing that actually those are the two biggest things I had issues with Big Dick Neon Baramy.
I have a quick test for all of you here, and
Uh-huh.
some of you may find it difficult to pass this test. What was your first thought when you saw the coin?
Oh, that's Two-Face.
Well, the first time when I saw the coin,
I don't
I
think
was
I
so-
looked closely at the coin.
The coin flip. He did the coin flip for the duel.
right, and it didn't. I mean,
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to out myself as the Homestuck because I went, oh, it's Terezi.
Oh, fuck.
I know nothing about Homestuck, and I'm not gonna learn.
you are a blessed person,
That's
and
fine.
you stay
Well,
in your
I think it
ignorance.
yeah.
Riley,
It came
Riley,
from there.
Riley, you fucking listen to me. You listen to me right now. Don't you ever fucking look up Homestuck ever. Don't you ever curse
not-
yourself with this horrible
I'm not
fucking
gonna- Stay away,
blasphemed
man.
knowledge.
She's-
I can say
She's
the word
kinda like-
Vriska, and it means nothing to me. That's just
Don't do
vowels
it.
combined.
Don't you?
That's vowels and
Only know
consonants.
honk as honk. No honk as nothing else. You keep honk
Don't worry about
precious
that
and
stuff.
innocent in your mind.
That's what
Riley.
geese do.
Don't do it to yourself, Riley. Don't do it.
Terezi's kind of like if Daredevil and Two-Face were the same guy, but
Yeah.
also a
Yeah.
like made memes and shit posts. On the
Like
internet.
same
Pretty
guy,
much.
like Catholic guilt and split personalities, or same guy as in like
Yeah.
Same guy, like blind but cool fighting tricks, and
Okay,
uses a coin for things.
I'm
Pretty
really
much.
here for Daredevil for the Catholic guilt, because that like a sad hot man who is like really, really, really sad and also conflictedly religious.
I love it. The one
I mean,
thing,
we're like
Great
one step away
archetype.
from Vash the Stampede right there.
truly, honestly,
Yeah.
the one thing
Again,
I did.
yes.
The one thing I did, the coin reminds me of something else that has nothing to do with the actual duel, but we had this conversation when we first started watching Trigun, and we had to ask the wiki about the economy. What is a C cent?
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring this up too.
What
We
is a
got
C
double
cent?
dollars.
We got
and
double
now
dollars
C
and C
cents.
cents. Is that negative cents? Is that double cents? I want to know what a C cent is. Is that like squared cent? Because you know how
It's like a double cent, I think.
Is it
I
a
think
double
it's
cent?
dollars and cents.
Okay.
You know, sci-fi money. It's normal in their world because that's how they've always lived.
It's like how we call it D-Day, and then in France they call it Gijour.
They call it a what? A bijou? No, that's French for jewelry. It's
No,
French for
in
jewel.
French, you know, the day that we call D-Day in France, they call that Gijour, because the word jour starts with a
is
G.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
The word jour starts with a J. Newland.
You know, the dollars, the do, something, something, Fire Emblem.
No, but they say G because they're French.
Well, yes,
You know what I
because
mean?
it's
That's how
pronounced
they say
je.
it.
It's pronounced je, so it's je jour.
Je.
It's only
I don't-
pronounced
if you
je,
got-
it's from the Je region.
I
of
took 6 years of
actually.
French. I took 6 years of French. It's nothing compared to many other people in my life, but I did take 6 years of French.
Take
So,
it up
jour.
with the Académie Française if you don't like it.
I mean, the Lycée
because they
Francais
deserve
is
it.
down the
That's
street from my house, and yes, they do deserve that shit. They always deserve it. We saw for Wakanda forever. Fuck the French. I said what I said.
Say it.
I said what I said. Fuck the French.
I think
But-
that's the lesson we can take away from these two episodes.
You're right to say it. That's what Vash the Stampede would do.
Fuck the French.
Yeah.
Are the big lads French?
Possibly.
Sorry, the bad
No,
lads.
they're too gaudy. They've got to be American. I mean, look at them.
100%.
Look at the
I mean,
cowboy
truly.
hats and everything.
Boof. I did like, and I don't know. I wonder. This makes me wonder if the person who did either the DP for or the director of Mad Max, if they watched Trigun, because I really loved the
Oh,
fact that the
man, I
steamer
bet.
was like taken over by because all the bad lads were in cars, and I kind of loved that. I mean, hey, like it could be either this our Mad Max, our generation's Mad Max, or like the older generation's Mad Max, which I haven't seen. They're really good, but. Yeah, I loved that.
Tell you
so
what,
much.
Justin Lin could take this story and do some cool shit with it.
I'm telling you, I loved
I
it.
think
That's
the
the Fast
original
and
Mad
Furious
Max
stuff.
was like in the late 70s, I think. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking
whoops.
up right now. Mad Max is 79. When
Yeah.
is Trigun?
Nice.
It's like 90 something,
Trigun is
right?
definitay way later.
It's way
it's-
later.
It's late 90s, I think.
Trigun's
trust-
97, I think, for the
Yeah.
manga. I want to say 97.
So it
Chapter
just-
5, Trigun.
So I wonder if it'd be really cool if like they were inspired by like Mad Max aesthetics specifically for that. But like I
Oh,
just thought
sure.
I thought it was very neat. I liked that very much. I did have an anime sin.
Absolutely.
Okay, give
Now-
me your
oh.
anime sins.
I had an anime sin. The anime sin that I had that I just could not reconcile because there were a couple other ones that I was like, I'll get over it. It's fine. But the one that I could not reconcile was when somebody was crying and they were laying down, and I think it was Vash, and his tear went horizontal instead of vertical.
Listen,
It's the stupidest thing. It's very stupid. I'm
It's
not
hard.
saying that
It's
it's a
hard
good
to make
sin. But he
he
cried.
cries so
he-
hard.
He cried from
Yeah, that's the force of his tears propelled them.
he cried across his skull. He didn't go like over his cheek and over his nose. And I was like, why did it do that? It bothered me. I was like, what's the gravity on this planet?
There's a lot of things that's special about Vash the Stampede. He's a physical marvel of a man. He can do all kinds of things.
Right.
Stevie, you got to indulge in an anime sin, so I'm going to indulge in
Let's go.
my special interest, which is,
Yes.
did you all notice any familiar voices in this episode? Because I sure did.
The problem is I'm always
Yeah.
overtaken by the Mastodon Power Ranger Johnny Young Bosch this year, and I just get overtaken by
Yeah,
that.
he's here. Johnny's here.
Yep.
We're blessed by that. We were also joined on this episode by one Mona Marshall, the voice of Kite. She is an
Okay.
extraordinarily prolific voice actor. Worked a lot in this time period. She was the voice of Izzy Izumi in Digimon Adventures.
Oh,
the very first one.
Wow. That's awesome. That Kite's voice sounded very familiar.
She provided the voice of another character named Kite in Dot Hack's Sign.
Two
This
kites.
is the main character.
I watch
Kites?
Dot Hack Sign again so bad.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah.
Have you played the video game? Have you played the video game Dot Hack
No,
Sign?
Is it good?
It's fucking good. It's cool.
Is
Yes, it's very neat.
Is it okay? Because every time I see them like show up in like the PlayStation Store, I'm like, will this scratch the itch or do I just need to watch the anime? Okay, good to know.
I think it is cool. I think you should check it out. I want to wrap up Mona Marshall by saying she was also in a show called Chobits that may be familiar
Oh my
to you.
God.
if you're watching this show.
Chobits?
Yeah, she was in. She was Minoru Kokubunji.
Oh, that's awesome.
And very, very important for Anime Club, she stepped into, when Patria Burchard stepped down, she stepped into the role of Ryoko.
I was gonna say,
in
was
the
she
third
Ryoko?
Right,
Tenchi
this has
Muyo
come up
OVA.
before.
Yeah, I was like, wait, was she Ryoko?
A legend.
That's...
Truly a legend. She was a Ryoko. Not the Ryoko of my childhood, probably
How
the
did you
Ryoko of someone's
backdoor us
childhood.
into this conversation?
I loved it.
I've contractually obligated this time. I signed something.
All right.
I loved it. So one thing back to the about Kite, but back to the episodes
Please,
at
yes.
hand. Can we talk about how I was so tired of this kid by halfway through episode 8 because I was like, we need to give a shit about this child. First of all, I was confused by Big Dick Neon over here, fucking trying to mentor this child in the ways of breaking the law. And I was like, fuck the cops, like ACAB. I'll say that with my whole chest all day on air. But
100%.
I was like, but why did you just try to counsel this kid on how to like do a train heist when you've been botching it left and right? But then this kid finally is like, my dad, and I'm like, really? That's why you invested?
After
So you're not
he killed a guy?
after he killed a guy, after you have gotten the whole train bus truck sabotaged, trying to get you have no ship. Thank you. You're trying to get this whole sand steamer. That's what it's called. Sand steamer. Your girl's
Yes.
crossfaded. Sand steamer. Trying to get this sand steamer all fucked all the way up. And now you want to have a change. You want to feel away because your daddy built it? If you don't stop acting like you a real Jen or so and get the fuck out of my face, this kid drove me crazy. First you had bad motherfucking manners, and then you want to
I'm
act like
glad
this.
Bash headbutted this kid a dozen times.
A dozen times. That kid, every punch to the forehead that kid got in this episode, he deserved it. He fucking deserved it.
He deserved to
said-
have his hands burned when he
we
saved
never
the train.
ask if the kid has bad vibes. What do we do?
Yeah.
Oh,
what
that
if
kid-
What if the kid just generally sucks?
You yeet him. That's what you do. You yeet him. If the kid don't pass the vibe check, you yeet him.
You pour your heart and soul into a train instead. Problem solved.
Fuck them kids.
Wow.
Fuck them kids.
Oh my god!
I don't teach cross
Well-
track. I ain't never been a teacher cross track.
Let's hope he's learned some lessons. Kite.
Also, where's the engineer? Where'd the engineer go? Why does the train not have an engineer?
Budget cuts. Engineers too expensive in this economy.
It's tough out the economy.
I
A
appreciate
double dollar doesn't go half as far as it used to.
It just goes as far as a standard dollar.
I did appreciate that the kid knew everything. That was the one good Jen or so ass trick that
The
kid had
only
up his
reason he
sleeve.
was in this episode.
Only
How
reason,
about
but I was
that
just like,
one guy though? That one guy who's like, no, we won't listen to you. Stomp, stomp, stomp. That's not a map.
and it's like, but he literally has the schematics, right? I was like, but he has the schematics though. You can at least beat the kid's ass and take the schematics. Why are you stepping all over the map? Like, what are you doing? Yes, the entire point for them not to have an engineer was for this kid to save the day. But I was still like, you really are just talking to a bunch of truly Old Navy front of house ass people who are like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but everything is hot and I'm in a hazmat suit. Assistance would be great. Like, I was like, the engineer? Did the engineer get shot? I don't
Why?
know.
Also, hey, why are you putting the emergency shutoff switch in a place where it's going to give you severe burns
Inside
on your
of the
hands and
engine.
So I
body?
don't. So
Right.
I don't
Yeah, what the
accidentally hit
fuck?
It. I don't want to accidentally hit it, so it's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where only my child can reach it.
I hope this
only
helps.
I'm a good train designer.
Look,
I'm specifically going to make this child-sized hole.
I can feel myself turning into my father and getting angry for 30 years over this one plot point that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of my life at the fuck all. Yes. That is, in fact, what my father did with the Death Star when he saw it in the 70s in theaters. And then he was legitimately mad until Rogue One came out.
Oh, do you mean like why you only have to shoot your...
One, why do lasers bend? Two, how can you blow up an entire planet-sized gun with a trash chute? Yes. My dad was angry.
You just shoot 2 little baby lasers down its little belly button and the whole thing's done. And that's how you make $50 billion, folks.
I need to know how he reacted to Rogue One. What the thought?
That's his favorite. That's his favorite Star Wars movie. That's his favorite Star Wars movie.
A, he's right.
That's really, really funny.
One, because it's like correct. It's really well done, but two, it's because it explains that humongous plot hole that just sat there and like gaping wide for like by the time it came out, like 30 years. Yeah, absolutely. My dad
Did he
is
seem
not.
Like he walked straighter? Did he like feel like comfortable?
He felt,
like...
yeah, he felt vindicated.
A weight is lifted off my shoulders.
He truly felt vindicated. Yes, yes, absolutely, yes. Like
I want that for me so bad.
We were raised. I was raised a Trekkie.
Lord, I see what you've done for others.
Yeah,
cancel
truly.
My therapy appointment. I'm cured.
Yes. Like truly, my dad is a Trekkie. My dad is a sci-fi person. Like Bradbury, all those people. He's about like actual science fiction, like dense stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's never liked Star Wars because it's not. He's not, but he loves movies, so he'll go and see them. But like, here's the thing. I will stand by this all day. And if anybody wants to come at me for anything, I mean, first of all, I'm going to mute you. And then second of all, I'm going to say, why are you talking to me? Actually, first I'm going to say is, why are you talking to me? And then I'm going to mute you.
Cat made out of boulders.
Cat made out of boulders. But a big thing is that he doesn't believe that Star Wars is sci-fi. He's like, Star Wars is sci-fi, which is true. Star Wars is not sci-fi.
It's a fantasy movie set in space.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a samurai western.
Exactly. It is an opera set in space. It is anything you can think of that is not sci-fi set in space because nothing's explained, right? It does not follow the rules of sci-fi. It's fantasy set in space. So I tell him this, and he still wants to get mad about it because, when you make 6 figures and, you're pretty set up for life, you really don't have any natural predators. You got to find something to get mad at. So, he doesn't like Star Wars because it's like, it's not science fiction. I'm like, yeah, well, but true nerds about Star Wars don't call it science fiction. I mean, not to call people posers, but if you call Star Wars science fiction, I'm gonna need you to read a book. But that's okay. I love you, but get better.
Wow.
I do.
This is actually I'm gonna tie this up really nicely.
Yes.
Is Trigun sci-fi?
No. Trigun's a Western set in space.
It's Western.
Yeah,
it's a
space
Western.
It's the same thing. It's just it's a Star Wars.
Exactly. It's a Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Except that there's no Baby Yodas and midichlorians. Yeah, it's not science fiction at all.
The cat is kind of like, a Baby Yoda.
Is the cat a Baby
Vash
Yoda?
the Stampede. Vash the Stampede pulls the same trick Han Solo goes for in that first movie, and
Correct.
he actually succeeds at it.
100%. Yes.
Wow.
We're doing fine here. How are you? That's Bush League shit. Han, get out of here. Vash the Stampede is correctly like, oh, he's here and he's kicking our asses.
All right,
yes.
Quick series of important questions here.
Yes.
This is the hard hitting journalism.
Here
you
we
take
go.
Vash, you switch him with Luke Skywalker just 1-to-1. Who survives longer in the other's movie?
Vash the Stampede.
Vash.
Oh,
Vash
Vash the
survives.
Stampede.
Luke
Vash.
Skywalker gets shot dead in 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
He pulls out the lightsaber and tries to block 1,000 bullets.
Right.
and they
he
all melt
dies.
into molten sludge.
Yeah.
Yeah. He tries to block one physical, absolutely ballistic weapon, and the molten metal just goes through the lightsaber.
Would
Yeah,
people
like-
still be hunting him as the Stampede? Would people be like, that's Vash the Stampede? Or
Yeah.
do you think he'd be
Or
such
does
a
he
little...
just exist there?
Yeah, is he just vibing?
I think you would just
He
vibe.
could probably
mostly
find a moisture farm to work on and be
Yeah.
fine.
100%. Because one, he wouldn't last. Two, I mean, I think of, you said this, and I thought of Luke trying to use the Force on somebody, and someone being like, what? Get out of here, kid. Just like, walking away
exist.
from Luke
Get
Skywalker.
outta
Like,
here.
this doesn't fucking exist. Like,
Fuck.
no. He would dehydrate. He would die from dehydration. Die from dehydration.
Wow.
He did not like his life on Tatooine. He did not do well. He would not make it. No. Or he'd become a moisture baron. Who knows? But like he'd sink or swim, and Luke would definitely fare poorly. Vash would wreck. Vash is no, I can't say. That's a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That's
here's
a
the thing
get
I
that
can
outta
say
here.
though is that Vash has fucking Toon Force Looney Tunes nonsense, and he would
Yes.
absolutely get the Emperor to like accidentally kill himself or whatever.
This guy
100%.
would be over here standing behind, kneeling down on his hands and knees behind Darth Vader, signaling to Obi-Wan to come push him over.
Right. Absolutely.
He just accidentally wanders into the throne room, like just oh,
Sheev
nice
is
Death
over there,
Star.
like, hello,
Right.
Trigun.
Yes.
Vash gets the fucking like the fucking handsome Squidward face. And it's like, oh, it's serious. Bud. Okay.
Okay, now we're just developing a season of interstitial at this point in the podcast.
Anytime Kylo
And
Ren
not
would
a
try
bad
to,
one.
anytime Kylo Ren would try to attack Vash's Stampede would just have like a log with a piece of paper with his face like drawn on it, like attached to the log, being like "Murr," with the cat face on it.
Oh
Like-
my god.
He'd be getting
One of the
so
funniest-
mad. He would be screaming and shitting and pissing crying. He'd be
So mad.
so mad.
So mad.
That was genuinely one of my funny. I laughed out loud at that moment in this episode where
He put the paper
Vash
on the guy.
sends a little note, and I believe it says "so funny."
So funny.
Acted brilliant dynamite.
Bash
Yeah.
T.S.
Yeah, and
So
he
funny,
copyrights
Bash
it.
T.
He's like,
S.
"Don't steal this drawing. This is my OC,
Yeah.
by the way."
Signs it. Like, this is from me, Bash T.S. It was very funny. I loved it very much.
was
Yes. No, he would be absolutely like that. He would get Yoda drunk. He definitely get Yoda drunk.
Oh, they would be best
They'd
buds.
be best
They would
friends.
be very good
They'd
friends.
be best friends. He actually, once he got to, what planet is that, nerds? What planet is that where the ship
Dagobah?
crashes?
Dagobah.
Dagobah. So, like, he'd get on Dagobah, he just wouldn't leave. And anytime somebody asked him to leave, he'd throw a fit. He'd throw a humongous temper tantrum anytime he had to leave Dagobah. And he might like Ewoks. He might think they're cute little guys.
What if he learns the Force? What if he's really fucking good at the Force?
He doesn't need the Force.
I think
He's
he
got
already
super
is.
speed.
Like,
He's
look
like
at him.
essentially the Force. Yeah.
He's got
on
Force
the,
speed already. Yeah.
He'd
I was
also
gonna
fuck the
say-
shit out of Han Solo.
I was wait,
Yeah.
Okay,
hold on. What do you mean?
okay.
What do you mean?
I just
Wait.
I mean that he and Han Solo
Riley's just saying they
would
ship
get
it.
together.
Okay, no, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, wait, you mean it or you mean it?
I mean it.
I mean
No.
it.
Whoa.
And it would go a little
well, hey, that-
something like this.
Let me get out my
Well, hey, listen.
manuscript.
Playing the cantina music. Sorry.
That might be apropos, because did anybody stick around for the next episode preview at the end of episode 8?
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
do because it's poetry each and every
Always.
time.
Yeah.
Always.
And there is a certain character coming up whose name I have heard whispered on the wind.
Three
In many
times
slash
in the
fics.
preview.
Yeah, 3 times in the preview. So everybody should be getting excited for that. We all know. I think everyone here has watched ahead of Trigun except for me. I'm the only one.
No, I'm
who's-
also
It's-
in the dark.
Okay.
It's been
I
a
saw
minute.
it
I'm
way
an
back, but I
unreliable
remember
narrator.
none
Yeah.
of it.
Same. I'm an unreliable narrator. There is an episode, I think it was
Okay.
Memory of Last July, where I had said that he is bisexual. So, like, yes, I asked this in episode 6. I was like, is he bi? So,
Image of that dog with the meme on it that says, "I know what you are."
Oh, we also one last thing here. Vash does almost have sex
oh, God.
It
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't
he
even
does.
mention it.
He
So
does,
can I
and he turns it down.
during the
no.
celebration.
No, he acts like he's asleep.
One of
No,
the-
he
One
acts
of the
like he's
revelers
asleep.
brings him some women.
Yes, and he acts like he's asleep. And one of the girls is like, man, sad that I didn't get to have
Can
an
you
experience
imagine?
like that. Can you imagine? I was like, so you sad you ain't get to ride that drunk? That's ridiculous.
I think it's very funny. Something about that scene felt very like self-indulgent to me on somebody's part. I don't know
Yes.
whose it was.
Yes.
Like this is some animator or writer living out a fantasy of like this is the chaste knight who doesn't fuck. You know?
But
Yeah.
he's
I
still
don't
like
kill, I don't fuck.
Well, because before the title card,
still like a pervert though, but he doesn't fuck, but he's still like uncomfortable
I'm
to
a
be
pervert,
around.
but I have standards.
yeah, well, because before the title card, he's like, "But would it have been worth it?" And I'm like, "Don't be sentimental. Either wet the pipe or go to bed." Okay.
Damn, advice for life.
And stop sleeping in your coat. Get some PJs.
Truly, stop.
Yeah, and the shoes.
Quit
That's
having
gotta
your
be
shoes in the
crazy.
bed.
Fucking freak.
Quit having your shoes in the bed. Take your shoes off before you get in the bed. Come on. Look, those are the rules to live by. Don't be a chicken head. You know, either
Take your shoes off.
take your shoes off before you get in the bed, or either wet your pipe or go to sleep. Rules to live by.
That's it. That's all the rules.
With Stevie's rules. You
Stevie's rules.
You dumb.
Anything else before we start wrapping up here on Trigun?
I'm just
episodes
looking for a good
7 and
picture
8?
of Nicholas D. Wolfwood to share. To get y'all
Oh
prepared for
man,
this episode.
yeah,
Nicholas
Nicholas
D.
D. Wolfwood.
That's very funny that his middle initial is D.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It stands for
Like-
D nuts.
Absolutely.
Very chicken and egg situation
Very
going on
much.
here.
I love it. What else did I see? Oh, I believed that the child lived on the steamer. Like instead of
He
being a
did.
stowaway, he just like lived there
Oh,
because like
yeah,
it
yeah.
was his
It's just
dad's
his house.
And I was like, that's just your house, huh? I love that. I think I've said everything else though.
An awful version of just living in your dad's car.
Truly. How did
Truly,
nobody ever
truly.
catch you this entire time? Like
'Cause
that's
he's got
also
the
a-
Because he
Blueprints.
knows the whole ship. He's got
That's
the
true.
blueprint.
There's corners.
He just be living in the walls. Oh man, weirdo. Were the cross guns always in the opener?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
think so.
I
I
just
think
wondered.
so.
I
Like
just
when it
noticed
hits
them
the end
today.
and they
yeah,
all we
and
see
they're
the two
cross.
guns and the light bulb.
Yeah, the black and the silver. Okay. I just wondered because that's a humongous fucking indicator. That's a huge spoiler, and I was like, oh, not a huge spoiler, but it's a pretty distinct one. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that we already
No,
see his gun.
I'm still just fucked up that they only show two guns. It's
I know.
Trigun.
Yeah, that's one fewer than there should be.
What is the third gun? Everyone's theory.
Where's that third gun?
Wouldn't
I
you
think
see
like
that
Vash
gun.
carries it in a secret compartment inside his own cranium.
It's a Chainsaw Man type situation.
Yeah, he has to pull the ripcord.
The
I haven't
third
seen
gun's a
Chainsaw Man.
metaphor.
That's right. That's it though, right?
Yeah, you got
Pizza,
it.
pasta, Pita Grigio. Show me where you like to please. Just show me where your gun's at. Show me where your gun's at.
I don't know what you're doing.
What just
You
happened?
don't know the TikTok sound? That's like, that's show me where you piss from. Oh, I gotta send it to you. It's so funny.
No,
I love it.
Okay. Learning new stuff about the internet today. I love that.
Show me where you piss from. Show me where you piss from. It's so great. It's about a bisexual man just trying to get laid. It's so good. Love it so much.
Fucking cool. Do you guys wanna?
Max Newland voice. Neat.
I love it when shit falls flat with Newland. It's funnier that way. It's funnier.
Sorry,
It's
I'm just
sorry. I can't always +1. I'm not.
It's fine. I love it.
I'm not made of stone.
It's great.
I'm just scrolling trying to find a good picture of Wolfwood, and I haven't found it yet because the artist that I know that makes good Wolfwood art is just posting pictures of the manga. Just that's it.
That's real. Get it to us when you can. But yeah, that's all I had. That's all my
Well.
notes. But I'm still very excited. Are we going to the next two after this?
Yep. After this, we're gonna be doing 9 and 10 on Trigun, and
Wow.
hopefully it'll wrap up because I feel like this has happened to us a lot, where 2 episodes kind of wrap up into one little package.
Yeah.
It's happened to us at least twice now.
Especially
so,
with Trigun.
Yeah, love to see that continue.
For sure.
Have y'all watched the trailer for the new one, or have you smartly stayed away from it?
I'm
saw
staying
it.
away from that.
I saw
Good.
I'm
it.
fully staying
I'm
away from
staying
that.
away from it.
Good move
Mhm.
for you two. Stevie, you and I are silently staring, pounding the table. Do you feel positively or badly?
I feel positively. I'm actually really excited about it.
Same.
I saw some people saying, "Where's Millie?" which gives me great deal of concern.
It's a prequel trilogy, so Millie's just
Yeah.
not on estrogen yet.
Yeah, Melanie's not there yet.
Oh.
Millie's not there yet. Yeah, because it's prequel.
Ugh.
It's before the events of the actual anime. That's why I'm excited about it.
They can still have a B plot. What was Millie up to back then? Let's actually just get early insurance adjustment.
Priming those two stomachs for ice cream and cake, getting ready. Evolving.
Where'd the second one come from?
Where did Millie's second stomach come from?
I would like to know. That is important information for me.
These are the prequel questions I'm curious about.
Truly, absolutely. How did we get those big light bulbs? That's what I want to know. How did we get those big light bulbs?
And that bell means this week's meeting of the Afterschool Anime Club has come to a close. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you once again. And if you'd like to follow us online, you can at Anime Club Pod on Twitter. We're also on TikTok, Afterschool Anime Club. We're on Tumblr, Afterschool Anime Club. I'm sure you'll be able to find us. I'm on Twitter too until it doesn't work anymore at Max Newland _.
Yep.
And after that, I'm on co-host at Max Newland. Stevie, is there anywhere else people can follow you on the internet?
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter at a smattering and Instagram at a smattering, and until Twitter falls and crumbles into ash, that's where you can find me. But I'm also on Tumblr as spamming Medica, and co-host I think also as a smattering. I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Cosplay.
And yeah, you can find me at Twitter. It's at Max_attacks. I don't do much on there, but I love a follow. I'll probably be on co-host in Tumblr too. We'll see what the fuck happens.
Right?
Tumblr's pretty good. I'm enjoying being back on Tumblr.
Tumblr's the vibe.
I have to get used to it again. I was a real sad sack of shit the last time I used that Tumblr, but I'm like 500 posts.
Oh, just start a new one.
new
Free
one.
yourself.
Yeah,
I thought
burn
about
that
it.
shit. Burn that shit.
I
had
thought
to
about
delete
it.
every post from before 2020.
Oh man, because it's gnarly. I was thinking of just like flooding it with like new content.
This is a ticket to the future. It's time for you to start over.
Thank you.
And Riley.
Yes, hello.
Riley, you've joined us for an episode of Afterschool Anime Club, but you have other podcasts on the Moonshot Network,
It's
right?
true. I'm on Everywhere That Matters as Rev Rybra. That's Rev Rybra. That's Tumblr co-host, TikTok technically, and also Twitter till it shutters. You can also find me on podcasts such as the Podcast Minds There Before the Grace of Pod, Go We, a podcast pilot pitching project where we pitch podcasts to each other and, try to figure it out. It's like Cool Games Inc., but one of us isn't secretly a sex pest. It was about podcasts. Also, you can find me on Champs of the Making, a Pokemon Bracket podcast, all 900 plus Pokemon in a bracket together to find out which one the best one is. And further, look up my show Never Believe It, a Naruto D-Watch podcast, because that shit was good, and it's a front to your eyes and ears. We only watched the filler of Naruto to figure out the true meaning of the show.
That's so funny.
That's so good.
Oh my god, what a good idea.
I
for
love
a
that.
podcast.
So good.
It really, really broke us. We started a cult in there about halfway through to understand the truth of Kishimoto's lies. Anyway,
And
that's
yes,
it.
if you want... Follow Riley, you'll be able to get to the bottom of that truth. I can't say that our show is new anymore because we're in season 2, but it doesn't stop being true that the best way you can support us is to leave a 5-star review with a rating at Apple Podcast on your podcast platform of choice. If you leave us a 5-star review that's funny and entertaining and doesn't have any chicken-headed shit, I'll read it on the air. Don't make me regret that. Please actually put effort in if you're going to do that.
No chicken-headed shit.
And no chicken-headed shit, obviously.
Post
You
your
can't
Han
use it to
Solo.
make me say anything racist.
Think
You cannot
before
use
you
it for that.
post.
We put it through the chicken headometer, and if it makes chicken headometer go,
Yeah.
"Wah!" and then we don't make it go.
The algorithm
Can I take an
has
aside
been-
here for a second, guys, here in season 2?
Sure.
Every
Sure,
single
what?
episode, we get so hostile at the end. it feels so aggressive. How we,
Well,
berate the possible shittiness of our listeners.
It's just
Look.
to make sure that the shitty ones
I-
know that they're not welcome.
Look,
Three
I'm
out
a
of
black
four of us-
woman, and
I
I'm
just wanted
tired. I'm
to
tired.
acknowledge it.
Yes.
3 out of 4 of us on this podcast read all of Homestuck, so berating our reader is
Kind of
baked into our DNA,
Truly.
unfortunately.
Truly.
Anyway, post all your
and-
Han Solo and Vash Stampede smut into the reviews of Afterschool Anime Club as a
Oh my
5-star
God.
review.
Don't do
All
that.
right. Well, hey, look, if it's 5 stars, it's 5 stars. At the end of the day.
Oh, you
well, look,
slut!
If that gets
Newland.
posted, Riley has to read it. We'll bring him back just to
I will.
do a guest
Yeah,
spot.
there it is.
I will do
There
it
it
over
is.
a slow piano. I will get some whiskey. I will light a candle, and I will read
Yes.
it into this fucking microphone
In a Gilbert Gottfried voice.
in a Gilbert Gottfried voice.
The whole time.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, everybody, about what just happened. But listen, I know we're getting fresh with you, but we only do it because we know you love us.
Truly. Truly.
And God, it's good to be back. I'm glad we got to spend this time with you. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
We'll see you at the next meeting.
Anime.
Anime.
明日の夢に流れるななななななななな
Welcome to the best idea for a podcast of all time. This is Champs in the Making,
A Pokemon bracket podcast where we take every one of these creatures in the Pokemon video game franchise.
Put them in a bracket together and find out which one the best one is.
Starmie gives me like organic, free-range, gluten-free, like fidget spinner energy.
Swallow can swallow a tire whole in one gulp.
Ladybug looks like it is ready to give you so many high fives with each of its little mitten hands.
I don't like Weird Ear's face.
It's got a big testicle for a nose, for sure.
I think Nidoking's favorite beer is PBR.
Okay.
Champs in the Making, a Moonshot Network podcast about Pokemon. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts or first at patreon.com/moonshotnetwork.